It's another Monday, so let's take a look of yesterday's news. A lot of men are renting their apartments exchange for sex. For women, that is. For example, one apartment which rent was about 900 euros to 1000 euros. Now this one guy wanted once a few weeks to get a 2 to 3 hour work effort. Now apparently he meant sex. So that would make 150 euros per hour. Not a bad deal, if you're a whore. But getting a financial benefit of sex isn't illegal, so basically it's up to you girls. It would make funny moments with the boyfriend. Do you wanna buy a town? Well, if you do, you're too late. In Latvia there was auctioned an abandoned town. The auction started at 260,000 euros. And the final sale was 2.6 million euros. To a Russian Alexeyevskeyo. Yeah. Now the town was founded in 1970s for Soviet Union research. So some kind of experiments were made there, but it's been empty for a decade. But if a Russian company bought it, now what are they going to do in there? Have you ever dreamed about having a tiger as a pet? Well, I have. But this one guy in Indonesia got it. Well, has got it the last 25 years. He has 2 adults and 3 cubs. All I can think of is the scene from The Hangover.
Phil, do not go in the bathroom!
Yeah, will you put on some pants?
Phil, there is a tiger in the bathroom!
Oh, I love this movie. Don't we all love to swim in the ocean and play with the water until a fucking shark attacks you? Now this 14-year-old girl beat the living crap out of the shark that attacked her. And she only got a few bruises. Now she's a one tough cookie. Maybe she should start boxing. Well, she was a lot luckier than one guy in US, Florida. Because 38-year-old surfer dude didn't survive the shark attack. Because the great loss of blood. But we all have our time in here. Now, I understand that no one likes to be fat. But do you have to lock your daughter in the closet because she had a few snacks from the fridge? Well, parents from Texas did just that. They kept their 12-year-old daughter in a closet for a year, and she only got out to go to school or the bathroom. Now seriously, I eat a lot of snacks, and I'm only 90 kilos. And no, I don't exercise. I'm just perfect. Can animals really predict the future? Well, they do sense catastrophes, but can't they tell how long the winter's going to last? Well, Groundhog Pill will tell you. Well, show you. And the winter should last for 5 weeks now. And just not to listen to a groundhog, the president of the Groundhog Club speaks groundhog and tells the news to the world. Well, not to make fun of the tradition, here in Finland we have a frog that tells the weather. We should definitely listen more animals. Can kids be kids anymore? Apparently not. If they can't even play the cop and the crook with a toy gun. A school in Washington was evacuated because a kid played with a bright orange gun. Speaking of kids and toy guns, another scene from New York, where a kid had taken his Lego gun into school and almost got fired because of it. Now, I'm glad my days in schools are over. At least as a kid, that is. This whole thing makes me wanna... But let's stay school, and in New York. Now, 12-year-old girl got arrested after drawing on his school desk. Overreacted much? Normally she would just have to wash the table, but oh no! Handcuffs and 8 hours community service, and she had to also write an essay about it. Damn it! I wanted to talk about the smiling dog. Yep, that's it over there. And it's all over the internet. And everybody's seen it. Even this douchebag thought about it.
I'm Ray William Johnson, and I approve this.
But that's okay, cause I'm a big fan of Ray, and I love every episode he makes. But I have to say this though. I think the owner of the dog has done something to it. Maybe he did on the head, and that's why it makes the face. Let's talk about cats. Everybody loves cats. If you're watching this, you have to love them, because you have internet. But this cat loves death! And it's a pet in the retirement home. And it has projected almost 50 deaths by going to sleep next to the person about to die. Again, I think that the cat just likes the old folks and can sense if someone's going to die and wants to be around. What do you think? A lot of you may have heard about the British research that the too much use of internet makes you depressed. Or are you always in the internet because you are already depressed? I spend most of my days on the internet and still I'm happy like the Japanese dog. Stupid British research. But not all the UK stuff is stupid and weird. Like the unbreakable beer stain. Well, it does broke, but not into shards. But it still breaks, but doesn't make any harm. Okay, they are still making a few adjustments for the glass. But we Finns have already solved the problem. Plastic stains. A lot of stuff, but again, it's over. So, until next week, I'm Paul with an I. Bye bye. Have you... Vittu, miksi mä...